Hello everyone and welcome back to the NNL, the No Name League. We are in week 3 now and we are going up against Tiki 1833. This video was supposed to go up 2 days ago, which would have been Saturday. Today is Monday that this is going up. Unfortunately, me and Tiki could not battle until just last night, which was Sunday night. And, you know, it was too late for me to really get a video up. It would have been going up at like 10, 11 o'clock. I didn't want to do that. I decided I'd just upload it today. But schedule should be back to normal. I should be having the 4th week match up this coming Saturday rather than Monday or Sunday or whatever. Anyways, let's look at the teams really fast. Tiki has brought his Gliscor, his Mega Slowbro, his Skarmory, his Mamoswine, his Sylveon, and the Zapdos. When I was team building for this, I was in a bit of a rush, which is no excuse, but I'm going to say it anyways. I didn't account for the Zapdos, which was stupid. It was obviously would bring the Zapdos. It does so much work to some of the Mons on my team. But I didn't bring a counter for Zapdos. I didn't bring Donphan to switch it into electric-type moves, despite him having HP Ice, no doubt. I just didn't prepare for it at all. I didn't set up that Mew is not specially defensive. It's not meant to take on a Zapdos. It was just foolish of me. I was very, very foolish. Anyways, my team, I brought Darmanitan, who put in all of the work last battle. He's currently at 5-0 for kills. He's never died. And he's got 5 kills. That Darmanitan is amazing. So I brought him. He is Choice Scarf with U-Turn, Flare Blitz, Earthquake. And I think I put Taunt on it because I wanted it to taunt the Gliscor and the Slowbro and the Skarmory. In case I had to sack him, I could get a Taunt off and just totally destroy some of those Mons because those Mons rely heavily on non-attacking moves. Then I have my Azu, who has Aqua Jet, Waterfall, Knockoff, and it was supposed to be Play Rough for his last move. I actually had an Azu just like this already set up, but I wanted a shiny Azu for this battle with a new name. And the way I gen him on and put it into the 5th gen games and then transfer it to 6th gen. So Play Rough didn't exist in the 5th gen games because it's a fairy move. So I have to use the move relearner to teach it Play Rough again. I forgot to do that before the battle, so it has Bubble Beam as its 4th move, which may or may not matter at all in this battle. You'll see. Then I have my Mega Gardevoir. This Gardevoir is 252 speed, speed nature, 252 special attack. It's running Hyper Voice. I didn't bring Psyshock because I didn't think it would do too much to his team, really. I didn't think I really needed Psyshock. He has a lot of physically defensive mons, like Gliscor, Skarmory, and Slowbro are all known for being very physically defensive. And he didn't really have any, I don't think he has any Psychic weakness on any of his possible mons, if I remember right. He might have 1 or 2 that are weak to Psychic that I don't remember that he just didn't bring, but none of these Mons are weak to Psychic. So I didn't bring Psyshock. I replaced it with Thunderbolt because it can do some good damage to the Zapdos if it switches into it. It can completely destroy a Skarmory and bring it down to its sturdy, or if I have Stealth Rocks up, just flat out kill it. It does, I think, most Mega Slowbros, especially Tiki's, because I've watched his other battles, every time he's brought a Mega Slowbro with Calm Mind, which I'm pretty sure means he has no special defense investment. No special defense investment Mega Slowbro, it's a 2-hit KO, I'm pretty sure, with Mega Gardevoir's Thunderbolt. Whereas Hyper Voice is a 3-hit KO. Just barely. It'll leave it with like 10% from Hyper Voice. T-Bolt will kill it. Then I had Icy Wind, because if he switches in the Zapdos or the Mamo, I'm going to get the nice speed drop, and it's still going to do good damage. It still kills Gliscor in 1 hit. Then I have my full physically defensive Manabuzz with Defog. He's my Defogger, the way to get rocks off the field, and Spikes and all, because as we can see with Tiki's team, he has a lot of potential hazard setters. Spikes, Stealth Rocks, 3 different Mons that can do those things. He also has Knockoff. Yes, Knockoff, Roost, and Toxic. My Mew is a special attacker, 252 speed nature, 252 speed, 252 special attack. I think he's got Ice Beam. I know he has Roost. He's Life Orb. I can't remember what other items I put on him. Can't remember for the life of me. My Empoleon is max special defense. He's got Expert Belt to do a little more damage. Stealth Rocks, Flash Cannon, Scald, and Ice Beam, I'm pretty sure. And the item on my Darm is Choice Scarf, Assault Vested on the Azu, Leftovers on the Mandibuzz, and Life Orb on the Mew. And then, of course, my Gardevoir is Mega Gardevoir. So now, with all of that out of the way, let's get this battle going. This battle isn't too long. It's about 20-ish turns, around 20, a little more than that, actually. 22. So he's going to lead off with the Zapdos, which is the biggest problem for me because, like I said, I completely forgot about the Zapdos and didn't bring him on to counter it, which was so dumb. I was kicking myself as soon as I saw this thing on his team, and I looked at mine, I'm like, where is my Mon to counter the Zapdos? So I was expecting him to switch here because, you know, Zapdos has good defenses, but I didn't looking at the teams, I thought that he would understand you want to keep the Zapdos alive because it really messes up my team. So I thought he would try and not take the Flare Blitz damage. So I U-turned and he stayed in. I looked at my team and decided what's most useless. Unfortunately, it was Blue World. Yo, listen up. Here's the story about how I sacked Blue World. I'm so sorry, Blue World. I wanted you to shine so badly. I'll use you in an FFA or something, buddy. I promise. I'll get you some kind of glory at some point. So I had to sack off Blue World. I was hoping he would just be able to live with that base 100 special defense. I was hoping he would just be able to live 2 Thunderbolts so I could Ice Beam it or Roost or something, but no, it took me out. So I sent back in Darm, and I wanted, at first I was like, I'm going to scare him out, I'm going to switch into Flare Blitz, but then I looked at my team and it was like, if I U-turn and he stays in, I'm going to have to sack another Mon. So I went straight for the Flare Blitz, which thankfully does a little over half to this Gliscor. Yep, just a tiny bit over half. I take some recoil damage, of course, and then he gets poisoned from the Toxic Orb that he holds. I was expecting him to protect this turn to get some Toxic health, because if he gets a little Toxic health, I'm pretty sure he'll live a Flare Blitz, unless I get, like, Max Roll or something. So I switched into my Gardevoir, and he actually didn't protect. What'd you go for, Roost? He went for Roost. I was actually kind of hoping he would Toxic me that turn, since I traced Toxic Heal, but I'm glad he didn't, because, you know, I Mega Evolve, I get Pixelate, Toxic is a problem. So, the Poison Heal plus the Roost gets him to full health, and I decide here, he's not going to protect. He's at full health. He doesn't really need to protect. He might do it to see what I'm doing, but I don't think he's gonna. So I Mega Evolve Felicity, and I go straight for the Icy Wind, because I know it OHKOs this thing. Even though Icy Wind's base attack is like 55, I'm still a Mega Gardevoir. That's still a Gliscor, and it's dead now. So the Gliscor is out of the way. I believe that's the first kill of the match. No, he killed Blue World. That's my first kill of the match. He already killed Blue World, which I will hate him forever for. I hear my phone going off with an alarm in the background. That's why I got silent. He switched in streamer. Where's my cell phone? Hopefully that isn't being picked up in the recording. Anyways, I switch into my specially defensive Empoleon because I can take a Hyper Voice easily. He goes for the Shadow Ball, and it does like 50 damage. Not much. I can take, what, 2 more of those without dying? So he sends in his Slowbro here, and I believe I set up my Stealth Rocks expecting the switch, because, you know, what is that thing going to do to me? I also, you know, most Sylveon are choiced in some way, so I was expecting the choice, which we'll find out later that it is. I can take anything from a Mega Slowbro. I can't really do anything to a Mega Slowbro. I forgot to put Grass Knot on this set, which would have been a great idea, but I didn't think to do it. So I switch into Felicity because I know that T-Bolt can 2-hit KO. And I think I got a little scared here, because as you're going to see, he's going to go for the Calm Mind. If he sets up another 1 or 2, I'm pretty sure he can stall me out with Rest, Sleep, Talk. And it's just going to be bad times for my team. So I go straight for the T-Bolt. I actually calced it to look. T-Bolt still does minimum 47%, maximum 57% with a Mega Slowbro with +1 special defense. With no special defense investment. He sends in the Skarmory, which is absolutely perfect, because I don't have to worry about this thing anymore, because bam! Stealth Rocks break that sturdy. T-Bolt takes it out easily. Easily. Didn't even have to calc it. I knew T-Bolt was going to destroy that thing. He sends in the Mammo. I'm a little scared here because I don't think a Hyper Voice is going to kill even after Stealth Rocks, because I was just worried that he was going to live, and I really wanted to keep Felicity because I needed it for that Mega Slowbro. That Mega Slowbro was pretty much checked. So I send in Hank, my yellow Hank, in honor of Hank the Pidgey, hopefully returning to YouTube soon. He goes for the Endeavor, probably expecting me to hit him down to really low health. That makes me, you know, he's got Endeavor. He's definitely a Focus Sash set. I don't know if he just expected to live barely and then do it and Ice Shard me, or if he didn't realize the rocks took out his Sash and he thought he would live with a Sash. I don't know. But I went for the knockoff here because, you know, it's going to do decent damage to the Mammo, and it's going to knock off the item of whatever he switches in, or do decent damage to the Mega Slowbro. There's not really a lot more that I can do to this thing, so I just sent in Trident, because Trident can take anything from this thing. Look, even Psyshock, look, hits my physical defenses. No physical defense investment. I'm still max HP, and I still have base 88. I think it's base 88 defense, and I resist most of its moves. So, Psyshock does absolutely nothing to me. He sends in the Raijin, and I believe I double switched here, expecting him to switch. Yep, I sure did. I switched into Darm. No, I switched back into Hank. Why did I switch back into Hank? That was stupid. I should have switched into Darm. Anyways, he's going to go for the T-Bolt. I'm just going to leave Hank in because Hank's a boss. And unfortunately, I die. Hank wasn't boss enough, sadly. I really thought I would just barely live that. I underestimated the power of Life Orb Zapdos, and I will never do that again. I rarely run Life Orb. I'm normally a defensive Zapdos with leftovers, or I'm a Choice Scarf set. So I was really expecting to live that just barely. Here, I go for the U-turn, because I was thinking it'll do enough damage to where Life Orb can take him out if he doesn't switch, which he obviously has Stealth Rocks up. It would have been dumb for him to switch. I can't talk. It would have been stupid for him to switch. I decided that Noctowl, my Mandibuzz, is the one that needs to go. He's not going to be doing anything this battle. No entry hazards are set up on me, so it's all fine. He paralyzes me, and he can't really switch out. I was expecting him to roost here, so I think I Toxic'd. No, I knocked him off this turn to make sure that I could get the Life Orb out so he wouldn't do as much damage, and just to, get some damage on him, because I thought he was going to roost. But he actually goes straight for the T-Bolt and sacks off his Zapdos. Either he didn't have Roost, or he just decided he didn't need Zapdos, which I disagree with. Zapdos still would have been pretty helpful against my team, I feel, but to each their own. He sends back out the Mammo. It's going to take a little more Stealth Rock damage, which is very nice. And I'm going to send in my Darm. Here's Darm. He's ready to destroy. What you going to do, Mammo? What you going to do when I come for you? I went straight for the Flare Blitz, or did I U-turn? I think I went straight for the Flare Blitz. Because the only thing he has to switch into the Flare Blitz is the Slowbro. Streamer takes some more Stealth Rock damage, which is always nice. There's my Flare Blitz. And let's look at this damage. Let's look at this damage. There's Darm with the currently 6-0 after that Flare Blitz. This thing is a monster. I haven't taken out the Slowbro yet, have I? No. He's got the Slowbro and the Mamoswine. I was about to say, wait a minute, did I just kill this Mamoswine and win? No, he's still got the Slowbro. So he brings in the Slowbro. This is the only thing left that's a threat to me. Darm easily takes out that Mamoswine after it'll have taken 3 rounds of Stealth Rock damage. Easily takes it out with the Flare Blitz, outspeeds and kills it. So all I have to do is beat the Slowbro, and it's basically GG. So he goes for the Scald here, and I'm going to take it very nicely, because Gardevoir has some very, very good special bulk. I went for Hyper Voice here instead of Thunderbolt, and it actually did more than I thought it would. I'm a little surprised it did that much. But I didn't go for T-Bolt because I thought he would switch in the Mammo. I wanted to be able to do good damage, and obviously Hyper Voice did enough. After the Stealth Rock, I decided Hyper Voice will do enough damage, and it did. So Gardevoir ends up taking down the Slowbro. My phone is ringing again. I very, very deeply apologize if you can hear that. I doubt you can, but anyways. He sends back in the Mammo. It takes some more damage, and I just decided to go straight for the Hyper Voice. I wanted to get Darm more kills in this match because he was doing so good against Josh. I really wanted Darm to just be the undisputed MVP of the NNL, but what I wanted more was a good differential for this match. So I just let Gardevoir handle it because I knew it would, worst case scenario, I sharded me and I died, and then I'd go into Darm anyways. He might have actually been expecting me to switch into Darm there, and he went for EQ. I'm not sure. I didn't ask him. But yes, that is going to be the match. How much did I win? I think I had Darm. I know I had Darm and Gardevoir left. I think my Empoleon was still alive. I know Blue World died. I know Hank died. And I know Mandibuzz died. I think my Empoleon was still alive at the end. Yeah. So I got a 3-0 in this match, which is very, very nice. And that means that I'm actually 3-0 overall in the NNL. I have yet to lose. Because we beat Euphoric week 1. We beat Josh week 2 with the almighty Darm sweep, which wasn't even really a sweep, but I'm going to call it a sweep because I can. And then we just now beat Tiki. And we've got 7 more weeks, 7 more battles. Hopefully I can keep up this winning streak. But man, I've been watching some of the other battles, and we still have Twannis and Sharp to battle, and then we have to battle everyone one more time. And, whew, man, Sharp, specifically Sharp. I'm not saying the others are bad at the game. They're definitely really good as well, but Sharp especially. I've been watching his vids. He puts a lot of work into his team building. It is ridiculous how good he is. And he has a really, really good team as well. Heatran, Conkeldurr, and all that. I'm not sure if we're battling him week 4 or week 5. We'll see next week if I'm battling Twannis or Sharp. It's one of the two, but battling Sharp is definitely going to be very, very difficult because I don't even know how to begin building to be able to beat that team, but hopefully I can figure something out. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Until then, farewell.